Deadpool is an action superhero comedy directed by Tim Miller and starring Ryan Reynolds, TJ Miller, Morena Baccarin, Skrein and Gina Carano. We fans of comic books were really angry when X-Men Origins Wolverine came out because they fucked up the character of Deadpool big time. Like, really big time by sewing his mouth shut. Yeah, but then we got this movie. This is pure redemption for the character. This is easily one of the best comic book movie adaptations that we've ever seen so far. It's true to the character, it's just as great, it has some really great scenes. I really don't know where to start from this movie. The story is always a good place to start from. The story follows Wade Wilson. He is a mercenary who just doesn't shut up. And one day he is diagnosed with cancer, and he goes to a center that will treat his cancer by giving him superhuman abilities. But they aren't actually good guys, they're really bad guys, and they start torturing him. But he finally manages to escape from the facility, and he goes on a quest to get back his love and to get revenge on those who wronged him. And he gets this badass suit to hide his hideous face, and he becomes Deadpool. This fourth wall breaking, badass superhero with katanas and guns, and this movie. Right from the get-go. When the song Angel of the Morning started playing, I was like, oh no. Don't do this movie, please don't do this. And they did it. They started out with one of the best opening sequences of all time. It was incredibly hilarious. And it has a perfect music. And that's something that I really enjoyed of the movie. It uses really well licensed music. You have Angel of the Morning, you have X Gonna Give It To Ya, you have Shoop, and you also have Careless Whisper. And they're all great songs that I really love, and I love when movies actually use some relatively famous songs that not everyone knows, but they're really great, and I loved listening to them in this movie. They were used perfectly, and I also loved the entire story. The story was done pretty well. It's an origin story, only that instead of being one of those typical standard origin stories, it doesn't start out from the beginning, but it starts from the middle of the movie, from the highway fight that everyone has seen in the trailers, and then it goes back in time to his origins, then it goes again back to the freeway chase, then again to the origin, and it was spectacular because it keeps you entertained, and that's the risk with Deadpool. He is a character who doesn't shut up, and I saw this with a friend and didn't really enjoy the movie because he said he never shuts up, and I can see some people getting extremely annoyed by that. But if you've seen the trailers and what you saw actually intrigued you and you found it actually interesting, well, he really doesn't shut up during the movie. And I actually really loved that. And most of the jokes hit home for me, and while I wasn't necessarily laughing my ass off watching this movie, I was just with a big smile on my face. It's one of those relaxing and fun movies that you watch. It also has some really well done action sequences, it has some great effects, both CGI and practical effects, and it was really amazing to see two X-Men in this movie. You have Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. No one knows about her. I think this is her in the comics and this is her in the movie. They're pretty different. It was really fun watching these guys in the movie when you have Deadpool's just killing everyone and then Colossus appears with his Russian accent going, "No, Colossus, you should not kill people, it's wrong, it's not a superhero thing to do." God damn it, I want to watch this movie again. I really do, because it's a really good experience. If you love fun movies, if you want to have a good time, if you love superhero movies, and if you hate some of the things that they do in recent times, this movie makes fun of them. But it isn't necessarily just a parody. This movie, to me, it felt pretty similar to the Cornetto trilogy by Simon Pegg, Nick Frost and Edgar Wright, because they make fun of other genres by making an actually great movie for that genre. So you had Shaun of the Dead, great zombie movie who makes fun of zombie movies. You had Hot Fuzz, great action movie which makes fun of action movies. You had also The World's End, which makes fun of sci-fi movies, and it was pretty spectacular as well. And now we have Deadpool. It's another great superhero movie which pokes fun to other superhero movies. It's fun, it's lighthearted, it's extremely violent. I was expecting it to be kind of more violent, more bloody. That sounds very weird now that I say it out loud. But it was still really violent, but not necessarily as violent as I expected, except for one scene. If you've seen 127 Hours, you will know. But still, guys, Deadpool is a must-see if you love action movies, if you love comedies, if you love superhero movies, and if violence, swearing, and a little bit of sex doesn't bother you. So guys, have you seen Deadpool? Do you want to see it? Do you like Deadpool? Probably some of you guys find it really annoying. Well, I just enjoyed the hell out of it. But still, guys, thanks as always for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Just call me angel when I'm